Hey, it's Steph. Thanks for watching today's video. I have an update for Deck of Panning, which is a panning game created by Emily. Her channel is Emily and Max. She will be linked down below, as well as the game board that she created. She adapted a game created by Books with Maddie to makeup and beauty panning, which is basically just going through your collection, getting use out of what you already have. And that's what my channel is all about. If you're not familiar with me, I do mostly makeup panning projects and a few get ready with me's here and there. So if that sounds good, please subscribe. This project has been around for a few years and it's very popular. But if you have not seen it before, Emily creates a game board on Google and that will be linked down below. But we use a deck of playing cards to randomly select cards that correlate with Emily's game board. She shuffles the number cards every month, but the face cards do stay the same. So there is some randomization. You really don't know what you're going to get every month if you're able to pull new cards. And I just think that's a really fun and creative way to work through your collection and give some items love that you may not have if they weren't in this project. So that is how I use this project, kind of like a shop my stash, roll through my items. But of course, there are some goals on the board that are like hit pan or maybe finish. I don't know if there's actually like a finish goal on the board, but there's definitely a hit pan and a baby goal, which is like less than 10 uses basically. So let's just get into my update. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy. So we will talk about my eye look because if you're familiar with me and my makeup preferences, you know that I lean towards cool tones and cool tone neutrals, but I am wearing orange and yellow and gold on my eyes. So the first prompt that I've been working on was chopping block. And that's basically an item that you have in your collection. You're not really sure how you feel about it. You might want to declutter it, but you haven't decided yet. And I have been working on my ColourPop and Winnie the Pooh collab. This is the Sweet as Can Be. I think this palette is adorable, and it's really the only reason why I keep it, because of my cool tone preferences, and this palette leans very warm. So you can see there's oranges and yellows. There are, this shade called Honey Tree, this green, is actually what I have in this project. And this is what it was looking like when I rolled it in at the last update. I tend to correlate like my usage goals to the card that I drew. So I drew an 8, so my goal was to use this 8 times. I have this on today for my 6th use, and this is what it's looking like after 6 uses. So I did get a couple comments about, well, one or two comments that I might hit pan within 8 uses, and I do think I'm close. This shade is very, very soft. It doesn't move around. It's not like a creamy formula, but it's very soft, very like velvety. And coming back to this look, I have this palette on today. That's what I wanted to do, like no pan left behind with it, as I had it out for this project. So I will have a picture up on the screen of what shades I've used, but here it's a little close-up. I have this green just here on my lower lash line. For a warm look, I don't hate it. I just prefer cool tones on me. It helps that I have more of like a neutral lip and blush on. It's not fully like orange, and yeah, if you believe it, this is a cool toned yellow. I know yellow seems like it would be a fully warm color, but this is like a nice cool buttery yellow, and it's a little bright. I think it's a little light. I'm not going to get into color theory with you guys in this project, but I'm just going to move on. That shade is staying in for 2 more uses. The next prompt was color, and I had randomized this beautiful patina green, and I had to find a product that matched that color. It could have been packaging, it could have been, a lot of different things, but I did find an eyeshadow in my Blend Bunny Sugar and Grunge palette. It is the shade Teen Spirit. And this is the shade here, this beautiful green. I wanted to use this 5 times and I was able to do that. The last update I had 3 uses, so I only had to use it 2 more times, so I will have those 2 looks on the screen. I did I remember my second look. I don't remember what my first look was, but my second look was a very nice, like subtle halo eye, and I had that green from the Winnie the Pooh collection on the center of my lid, and I just think those paired really nicely together. I was hoping to, let me grab this palette again. I was really hoping to use more of these shades while I had it out. It just didn't really work out with the other eyeshadows that I'm panning right now. So I definitely need to pull this back out maybe more in like the later spring and summer to hit my no pan left behind goal. But it is rolling out of this project, which is very exciting. We get to pull a card. Yeah. The next was Mainstream, and I rolled in a lippy from ColourPop. I feel like ColourPop is pretty mainstream. You can get it at Ulta, Target, online obviously, and I pulled in the shade Westy. So this is a beautiful like pink shade. I'll pull it out, but I wanted to use this 10 times and I'm actually wearing it today for the 11th time. I just didn't have another lippy like next to me, so I just pulled it. I do have it over a warm toned lipstick, which kind of changes the tone of it a little bit. But this is the shade here. It's just a beautiful pink. I'm not going to roll it up all the way. There's like a ton of product left. You can see down here. But yeah, I love this and I did meet my goal. It was super easy. That's another card we can pull, or I can pull. The next prompt I got was hit pan, and I was a little easy on myself. I rolled in my under eye powder from Pat McGrath Labs. I use this basically every day under my eyes, so I knew it would be easy to work on. And I only had to use it 5 more times to hit pan. So I will put up a picture of what it looked like when I hit pan, because of course it's been like a month, and after 5 uses, that's basically 5 days after my last update. So I had like at least 20 more days to work on this, and the pan has expanded quite a bit. I'm very, very happy. And I have been kind of working on this edge here. It used to be pretty sharp, and now I'm trying to kind of like soften it so the product dome goes lower. But yeah, I'm very happy with this. If you watched my recent update for my 2025 goals, I did share a sneak peek of this pan because I am keeping track of how many pans I hit in each quarter of the year, and I did hit that in March. So you saw that already, but it is rolling out of this project. I just stopped tracking after 5 uses. I know that's kind of annoying because it would be interesting to see how many uses it took to expand the pan, but I mean, I'm tracking a lot of uses right now. So the last prompt was a non-makeup item, and I decided to roll in a roller perfume from Pretty's for Your Face. This is an oil-based perfume. The main ingredient is fractionated coconut oil, and the scent is Beach Bum. So I thought this would be really nice to kind of transition into spring and summer, and my goal was to finish it. I have used this 12 times since the last update, and I will put a picture up what it looked like, but this is where it's at now. So I have not met the goal of finishing this, but I have found that this just leaves a very oily like film on my skin, and I noticed it was getting on my clothing. So I don't remember it doing that. Like obviously when I rolled it in, I had a lot of use on it already. I don't know if it's possible to go bad, but I haven't used it that long. But I've decided to decant this and just put it in one of my oil diffusers. and use it up that way. So I just wanted to show you guys how it looked after the 12 uses actually like on me as a perfume. And now I'm going to be rolling it out, calling it empty, because I'm just going to dump it in one of my diffusers. So I am considering that a goal meant for this project. So I actually get to pull 4 cards, which is a little scary because obviously you could get some interesting prompts. I'm just pulling up the game board now so I have it ready when I shuffle. So I have my cards here. I have Monet cards. Claude Monet is a very famous painter and artist from the 1800s. And if you're not familiar with me, I am an artist. I love any form of art, but especially like fine art. And Claude Monet is just one of my favorite artists. I will show you, I'm pulling out like the little information card and one of the jokers, but I will just find the other joker. I know I don't do this every time, but I mean, you might not believe me that I have a joker in here. So there's a joker. I'm going to put it back in the deck and I'm going to shuffle. So as I said before, the face cards don't change. They stay the same all year round, but the number cards do. They get shuffled every month by Emily. Thank you so much, Emily. And I never look at the board game before I play. I just don't really see the point in it. I'm not very curious, I guess. All that matters to me is what cards that I get personally. But of course, I've been watching other people's updates. I'm filming this on the 21st, and so I did see other people's game boards like while they were pulling cards. But here is my deck, and I'm gonna split it. How do I do this? That was very awkward and weird. Okay, and then the top 4 cards are my cards. So first card is Queen of Clubs. That's upside down. I love that. Women with the parasol. So the Queen of Clubs is, so all queens are like pick your space. So I have to pick a space in the clubs category. So I have blush, matte, oldest, wish you returned, wild card, cream or liquid, pretty packaging, copycat, or a mini / a sample. So I got some good options in there. I am going to pick the remaining 3 cards and then I'll just pick whatever I want when I'm picking my items. So next is, oh my gosh, another one. Queen of Spades. I don't think I've gotten this. The Red Kerchief, 1870. That's a very interesting perspective, like looking out a window. So I guess I get to pick 2. Oh, but Spades is different column. Okay. Spades is gifted, pop culture, out of your hands, glittery, duo multi-chrome, whole collection roulette. That's kind of fun. Out of control category, graveyard, or influenced. I don't know. I'm tempted to do whole collection roulette just because that's so fun. But let me do the rest of my cards. 9 of Hearts. Oh, I love this painting. I love it so much. It's called Springtime, 1872. What a lovely little lady. So 9 of Hearts is letter. Oh, I have to randomize a letter. Oh my gosh. Okay, last card. 5 of Diamonds. I think that's upside down. Yeah, 5 of Diamonds. This is Poplars in the Autumn, 1891. So 5 of Diamonds is Cool Tone. My favorite. Thank you very much. That will not be hard because most of the items in my collection are cool toned. So do I want to do a whole collection roulette? I think I do. So I have a spreadsheet in Google that is my whole collection. I don't think it's updated 100%, but it should be pretty accurate. If I roll something that I don't have anymore, I'll just re-roll. So I currently, oh, let me screen record actually. I am going to go to a random number generator. Oops. And I currently have 247 items on my spreadsheet. And I got the number 47. Oh, why did that do that? I don't know why my spreadsheet just like reset itself. So 47 is, oh, my Becca mini highlighter in the shade Champagne Pop. I can totally do that. So I will go get my items, and that's very exciting actually. Oh, I'm scared. Oh wait, I have to do the letter. Okay. Screen record. So there's like a letter picker wheel. So I'm gonna spin this. I'm scared. This is slow. A. A. Okay. Hopefully that's easy. Okay, so I have my Champagne Pop A. And then I have to pick Cool Tone. And then I have to pick something from the spades category, no, the clubs category. I'll be right back. I left my cards in my room, so I don't remember what cards these are for, but you literally just saw me pick them on the screen, so hopefully you don't care. Okay, let's do my highlighter because we already know about that. This is my mini highlighter from Becca in the shade Champagne Pop. This is what mine is looking like. And you can see there's a teeny tiny itty bitty little pan there. So it will be exciting to watch this grow. Yeah, it's like barely there, but it's there. Let me do a little swatch. This is a really good time for me to use this because it is my darkest highlighter. It has like a golden tone to it. You can see it's darker than my skin tone, but I make it work like on top of other cheek products. What was that for? Oh, it was for the Queen. So I'm gonna use that 10 times because I treat all face cards as, or should I do? So I picked Whole Collection Roulette, which is the 7 of spades. So I guess 7, right? Yes. I'll use this 7 times. Then letter, which was 9 of hearts, I randomized the letter A. And for some reason, like, I just kept thinking of this palette, so I just went with it. So I am rolling in the Alter Ego, so A, Alter Ego, Sakura palette. I don't know if it's just like the cherry blossoms, spring. I just really wanted to bring this palette out. And it's beautiful, like cool tones, cool tone neutrals. And I just want to do this No Pan Left Behind. It will help me reach my goal for this year of using all of my palettes No Pan Left Behind. And I can easily get maybe like 3 looks out of this. So hopefully I can reach that by the next update. But I mean, I'm working on other eyeshadows. I had like, oh, the 5 of Diamonds is cool toned. And I'm gonna roll in this blush. This is a liquid blush from Made by Mitchell. And I have the shade Cold Heart. And this just has not gotten a lot of love for me. I had it in a project, I think it was in my Face the Music project band last year for like 5 uses or something. And that's literally the only time I've ever used this blush. There's a little bit of windowing. And yeah, I just want to use it. So I guess, what was it, 5 of Diamonds? Yeah, 5 uses. So let me swatch this. It's a beautiful cool tone pink. Look at that. That's gonna be so cute for spring. Love, 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 love. I really like this formula, I think, too. It's very like blendable. So I talked about those. And then, so for the spades, no, the clubs, I keep doing that. The clubs column, I had a lot to choose from. And I just went with cream or liquid. This could have also gone under matte or I think that's the only thing. Like I could have rolled this one in for blush or cream or liquid, but yeah. So I mean, my items can apply to a lot of different ones, but I'm rolling in my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Istanbul. This is a beautiful cool tone pink as well. I think it will be really nice for the spring, and I can layer it on top of the other lip products that I'm panning in my Rolling Project 10 pan. I feel like these two could pair really nicely on, you know, a makeup day. It's very bright. I forgot how bright that was. Oh my. I was picturing it more like this tone, but it's this tone. So what space is that? 7. I could literally do 3 because it's a matte lip cream, but I'll do cream because that's what I had in my head, liquid or cream. So it's 7. So yeah, I'm excited. These are like really nice springy products. So I know I will enjoy working on them this month. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you are not subscribed, I hope you do so before you leave. So I see you in my next one. Bye.